What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about I don't know if you guys experience this as well, but for me, um, and I've studied a lot of spirituality. I've looked at a lot of like blogs and like a lot of like internet information. So me, I'm into spirituality. I love spirituality. I try like me. I consider myself as a deep thinker. So like I think I'm into philosophy. So like I want to know why things are the way they are and why things happen, like why am I experiencing this? Is there a deeper meaning behind this? Or like why are we experiencing certain situations? Why is the world the way it is? Why is life the way it is? And I always like to question myself a lot of times, like why I do things I do, or like just how this world operates too, like our existence, what's out there, are there other beings out there? Why do things take place the way it takes place? And like, why am I experiencing the shit I'm experiencing, right? But I've also experienced a lot of spiritual phenomena as well. Not a lot compared to some people, because I know there are YouTubers who are very spiritual and they've experienced a lot more spiritual things than I have. Like when it comes to like metaphysics, like them seeing like spirits, ghosts, or like having certain like psychic abilities. But like with me, um, I've also experienced, not to the full extent, but I've experienced seen some type of spirits. I have spiritual encounters with like soulmates or like people I feel close connections with. You know what I'm saying? Of course, repeating numbers. Everyone sees repeating numbers. Everyone, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm just into spirituality like that. But this video is gonna be kind of random. But I'm speaking my mind and from my own experiences, but there are times where like I'll feel like random sexual energy out of nowhere. It's I feel it around my sacral chakra, so around my sexual parts pretty much, and like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like there are times where like I'll be minding my own business, like I'll be studying or like I'll just be focusing on myself, and like I'm not even thinking, I'm not even having sexual thoughts or anything like that. But this shit will happen at random fucking times. Usually, sometimes it will happen during the day, and sometimes it will happen during the night. Random fucking times, and it's not lust. It's not because I'm doing nofap. No, like there are times where like I'll relapse or while I am in nofap, and I'll still feel sexual energy for no reason. It's not. I don't think it's because of hormones or because of like because I'm a guy, and it's not. I doubt it's like that, because, and I understand when it comes to the human nervous system, when it comes to the human body, sometimes it does things that at times we don't have control over, like anxiety out of nowhere. Like there are times where, have you ever felt anxiety out of nowhere, or like what I'm saying, or like, or at least when you feel horny, like it's hard to get off of that shit, or just shit like that. But like I don't know, man. Like when it comes to humans' emotions, it's hard to get rid of that, right? But it just happens. It just comes and goes, and you could release it. But I'm talking about with me is like there are times, and I know I've read articles of people experiencing the same shit. But like there are times where like all my own business, and out of nowhere I'll experience a lot of sexual energy around my sacral chakra. If you're not familiar with the sacral chakra, it's pretty much your private parts, pretty much. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? And like I've been experiencing this shit since 2016, 2017. Ever since I've met my twin flame. What a twin flame is a very deep soul connection, right? And ever since I met that person, I've been feeling a lot of like sexual energy. You know what I'm saying? I will go more into detail, but it's a lot to explain. It's late at night, and not only that, but like time is speeding up extremely fast. So, and I got things I need to take care of. So like I don't want to make this a very long video, because once I'm done, then I gotta upload it, and then the day's over, and then pretty much I'm not completing my tasks that I need to get done, because time is just speeding up so fast. You know what I'm saying? Everything's spiritual. Everything is spiritual. But ever since I've met my twin flame, um, back in late 2016 up until now, I've been feeling a lot of sexual energy. Even after when I was dating my twin flame, uh, the, weeks later, days later, I've been feeling a lot of sexual energy out of nowhere. So based on what I've studied and read, It's because, and even when I meditate, I'll still feel random sexual energy, and it's hard to control. It feels like someone's having sex with you, but no one's out there. There are times where like I've experienced very intense like connections with someone, and we're not even present. Like we're not even seeing each other. We're at a distance, and there are times where I'll feel these people's energies so intensely, and like, and it just seems I feel a lot of sexual energy. There are times where I feel like I'm literally having sex with someone, but like not even physically, but like energetically, I feel like I'm having sex with someone. It was the most like realistic, most fucking like most vivid experience I've ever fucking experienced. When there's this person where I feel it wasn't my twin flame, but it was someone else that I felt like connected to. It was like a karmic soulmate. And like I couldn't stop thinking about her. And then like I felt a lot of sexual energy, and it just felt like we were making love, like telepathically. And it was like the climax and all that shit. That shit felt crazy. Like it felt like I was actually like making love or like having sex. So, like it's just crazy. Like see, and this is what I'm getting at. The average person watching this, no, like if you guys watching this video, you guys gonna probably think I'm going crazy, but it's one of those things where like you actually got to experience it to know what I'm talking about. And there are people who actually experience certain things like that. When they experience intense connections with someone, they're usually they experience like twin flames or karmic soulmates. But also, it doesn't have to be the label like that. I feel like I feel like it's just an energy exchange. You know, sometimes when you feel connected to someone or if you two have intense chemistry, then you tend to feel the energy from a distance, or maybe it could be your mind playing tricks on you. That's tricking your nervous system. So I'm not sure if it's like a scientific thing or a spiritual thing. The reason why I think it's a spiritual thing because it happens very rarely. It doesn't happen consistently. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So this is why like tarot is so important. Especially like if you're booking personal tarot readings, that shit is so important. This is why I do that because I be experiencing this random shit like that, and a lot of spiritual phenomena that I can't explain and put into words from a human perspective. So then I'll book personal tarot readings, and then my tarot reader, she'll give me good clarification. She'll give me good insight on what I'm experiencing, and it makes sense. But there's so much theories that what I'm experiencing. So when I'm experiencing random sexual energy, it could be kundalini. When you're experiencing kundalini, I don't know too much about it, but when you're experiencing kundalini, what I've learned from is that you're going to feel a lot of sexual energy. Usually people feel it through their spine or through their private parts, but it just depends. But you just feel a lot of sexual energy. So that could be maybe a kundalini awakening. Some people may say that, or kundalini symptoms. I've also heard theories of like um, people or like certain individuals or like you and someone else's higher self, they're both making love or they're both having sex in the astral realm. What the astral realm is, it's pretty much like the spirit world or like the dream world. It's like whenever you sleep and you have these vivid dreams, that's pretty much the astral realm or the astral plane is where like you're imagining stuff and you're seeing things and it seems vivid. And some people call it like the spirit world or like the real worlds. After you die, you pretty much that's where you're at. You're in the astral plane. So what I've heard is that like we all have higher selves, right? So your higher self is making love with someone else's higher self, and they're both having sex pretty much. And then your human body can physically feel that shit. Some people experience that while they're asleep, while others feel it while they're awake. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter if you're asleep or awake. You're still gonna feel it, and it's intense, but you can't really explain it or see or put into words like that. I've also heard theories like usually with twin flames or like karmic soulmates. I mean, no, more so with twin flames. So supposedly with twin flames, they both have like they both have very intense connections. Like the person you feel extremely connected to, that's your twin flame. I can't really explain it because like I'm very skeptical when I'm explaining about twin flames because like I don't want to sound new age or like I don't want to give false information. There's a lot of information about twin flames. I just forgot. Some people would say it's just soul split into two or split into halves, which I used to agree with that, but now I kind of disagree. Or maybe it's something I can't comprehend, but like more so is it's like an energy transfer based on what I've learned and what makes sense to me. So when it comes to twin flames, it's not usually you two are sharing the same soul. It could be that, but more so like it's an energy exchange because the same way where I had an intense connection with my twin flame, I also had that same intense connections with multiple people that I was dating with, or not. Yeah, no, not dating. Or at least people I was in a situationship with, right? That I had a strong attraction to, and I feel intense sexual energy with these types of people. So my theory is that like when it comes to twin flames and karmic soulmates, and I've learned this from other people as well, that it's an energy transfer. So it's not really the person; it could be just a fucking energy, but it could very well be that when it comes to twin flames, you two are two souls split into one, or split into two, or you two are one soul but split into two. It could be that, but so many theories out there. But all I'm saying is there are times where like I'll be minding my own business, I'll be living my life, and out of nowhere I'll feel a lot of sexual energy, and it's uncontrollable, and then I'm always thinking of a specific person that I can't get off my mind, and I know it sounds like lust, I know it sounds like I'm just like horny, but it's not that. It's spiritual. I'm telling you, like there's something off about it. So like, but yeah, but usually when it comes to twin, it gets overwhelming too. There are times where I experience rapid heartbeats, like a lot of arousal, and it'll last for a long time. The most I've experienced, so when after I dated my twin flame, and then like I felt so much aroused. Um, I couldn't get it off my mind. I had like a lot of like I feel so like warm, a lot of heat flashes, and like it lasted for like a whole fucking day, and it kept on going for like 2 weeks straight. You know what I'm saying? I never told her about it, but it was just overwhelming. It felt good though because sex feels good. It's sexual energy feels good. You know, it's pleasurable. It feels good, but at the same time it's overwhelming, and I was confused. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure people experience this shit as well, and people have experienced this. You know what I'm saying? But the problem with me is I just can't find the right accurate information. You know what I'm saying? But or there are times where people explain what's going on, but like I don't really trust them like that. Or I don't know, because I just want to buy into the new age. I just want to get brainwashed. I'm very paranoid when it comes to spiritual information because I used to be gullible, but and I think that's normal as you get older, as you gain more experiences, and we're all evolving too. So like naturally our perspectives are going to change, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's what life is all about, and that's what spirituality is all about too. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with people who are spiritual, like they always go through growth and evolvement and shit like that. But and they that's whatever. But and they explain this too, like we're like they'll have a different perspective, but then as they get on older, they change their perspective. So spirituality, when it comes to spirituality, there's a lot of like there's no right or wrong, I guess, but it's all about perspectives, pretty much. It's something like that. But comment down below. Let me know if you also experience random sexual energy at random times, or if you've ever met someone and out of nowhere you experience a lot of sexual energy. So let me know, you know. But yeah, but there's so much theories when you experiencing a lot of sexual energy. It could be you experiencing kundalini. It could be an intense soulmate connection. It could be someone's having sex with you in the astral realm, or your higher self and another person's higher self are both having sex and you can feel it, or spiritual awakening, spiritual symptoms, or scientifically maybe it's your nervous system overacting up or overstimulating, or six. I've also heard it could be chakra, sacral chakra healing. So my tarot reader said that like, and I've heard this from other information as well too, where like sometimes certain chakras overstimulate just so you can heal that certain chakra. So for example, like in my past videos, and I talk about heart chakra activations, right? There are times where I feel a lot of like pain in my heart area, a lot of like heart pains, a lot of chest pains, and it gets so intense that like there are times where I'll collapse to the floor, or like I'll just cry. It's because your heart chakra is purging out a lot of trauma, it's purging out a lot of pain and blockages in order for your heart to heal from all the painful experiences dealing with betrayal, dealing with like narcissism and pain and trauma like that. So if you experience all that shit, you're gonna hold all that shit in. But if you're in a healing journey, if you're on a spiritual path, and if you're on a healing journey, all that shit's gonna purge out, and this shit's painful. I've experienced that shit a lot, and I still am. I even made a recent video about that. And what I've realized that like when it comes to different chakras, it can happen in different areas. So me, I usually experience like a heart chakra overstimulation, and also experience a sacral chakra, which is located in my private parts or my sexual organs. And I also feel overstimulation around my sacral chakra as well. Usually always in my heart and my sacral chakra. So, and my tarot reader said that like when you're healing your sacral chakras, because like when it comes to the sacral chakra, it deals with like um it gets so complicated. It gets so there's so much to explain. It gets so complicated. It's a lot to explain, but I forgot. But basically, I think she mentioned that with the sacral chakra, it deals with like people, sexual energy, relationships, and the people you trust that left you disappointed, and it helps you keep connected to people. So like, if people are constantly disappointing the fuck out of you, or they're betraying you, like if they'll do things behind your back, like me, and if you observe all my videos, I always talk about how much I hate people and how much I'm a not even that. I don't hate people. I just hate selfish people. I hate the types of people who done me wrong, and people who caused me a lot of trauma and pain. I'm a cool person. I love people, but I've just always been around abusive people all my life. So like, since I'm always experiencing that, I'm going to experience a lot of overstimulation. So my chakras can heal from that shit, like through my heart chakra and through my sexual energy chakra, like my sacral chakra, pretty much. So these two will tend to overstimulate, so I can heal from it, so I can overcome it. You know what I'm saying? So it can remove the blockages and shit like that. If that makes sense. But again, I could be wrong. But there's so much information out there. You just take what resonates. But this is why, like I said, it's always important to have a tarot reader. At least for me. For you, it may be different. But for me, and you get downloads too. You can meditate. You could pray. You could just do some type of healing practices like yoga. Take a nice shower, working out, and then you probably get downloads. But and I do that and it works. But I also like to book spiritual tarot readings so I can get confirmation. But when it comes to tarot, you gotta have someone that's legit and someone you trust. Me, I have a tarot reader that I really trust dear to heart. You know, um, if you're interested into like if you're interested in like booking a tarot reading, I recommend a New Mind Frame or a New Mind Frame Tarot. She's really good at what she does, in my opinion, and I feel really connected to her and I trust her a lot. So like, make sure if you're interested in tarot, or just if you want to learn more about spirituality, or like watch about like psychology and like learning about like relationship trauma and relationships and astrology, subscribe to her channel, New Mind Frame, and also New Mind Frame Tarot. She has two channels, New Mind Frame and New Mind Frame Tarot. You know what I'm saying? And she also does personal tarot readings. And she also does birth chart readings and all this other stuff. So make sure you check her out. But yeah, she's really good at what she does. But it gets annoying though. Where like, I'll be living life, going about my day, and like out of nowhere, I feel a lot of sexual energy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? It feels good, but like it gets annoying because like it gets overwhelming, and it's like, and then it'll trigger a lot of like abandonment, or like wounds, and like feeling left out, or like just feeling like damn, because like it feels so good. I wish I could experience that with the actual person. But since I'm single and like the people I'm connected to, they're like not around me, and they're not in my life like that. So it was like, fuck, man. I wish I could experience that shit with someone physically. You know what I'm saying? Could be my ego, but I feel like it's natural. But I don't know. See, I'm speaking my mind, and someone, they're probably gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm just talking from my experiences. The thing with YouTube, or at least with my YouTube channel, all the things that I'm experiencing, I'm gonna talk about it because I'm tired of keeping shit to myself. But um, and I advise you guys do the same thing. You know, we have YouTube, we have a podcast. Use those apps to speak your mind because we have a freedom of speech, and don't take it for granted. But we have freedom of speech to a certain extent. But I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. And please comment down your experiences below, and let me know and have a good one. Peace.